when the night has come and the land is dark and the moon is the only light we'll see. No, I won't be afraid. Oh, I won't be afraid, just as long as you stand by me. So darling, darling, stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Oh, stand now. Stand by me. Stand by me. If the sky that we look upon should tumble and fall, or the mountain should crumble to the sea, I won't cry, I won't cry, no, I won't shed a tear, just as long as you stand by me. And darling, darling, stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Oh, stand now. Stand by me. Stand by me.
Thank you to this evening's gold sponsor, Disney, and after-party sponsor, Creative Company.
Nothing has been the same since the Pixel Storm came. Now, this calamity rages through the multiverse, making the very fabric of reality fragile. Pitting us against each other. And forging new alliances. But as the worlds break apart, so do the old rules. Limits gone. The stakes rise. New powers unleashed. Now, it's up to you. Fight the rising storm, or wield it.
Our worlds are under attack.
Don't you want to know what this is all about?
You're damn right I do.
Difficult and dangerous this mission is. I don't know if I'm strong enough.
Oh no!
As long as we fight, hope survives.
Together, we're unstoppable.
I couldn't have done better myself.
Good evening, everyone. The awards are about to begin. We at the GDCAs would like to respectfully acknowledge that our event takes place on the unceded ancestral homeland of the Ramaytush Ohlone peoples, who are the original inhabitants of the San Francisco Peninsula, in that we benefit from working on their traditional lands. Please find your seats and set your cell phones to silent if you're a psychopath who doesn't leave their cell phone on silent 24 hours a day. For your safety, and in case the jokes are truly horrendous, please take note of your nearest emergency exits. Now, without further ado, please help me welcome to the stage your favorite Canadian video game award show host with an outsized ego. No, sorry, not him. He's currently gestating in a tube at one of Kojima's Blackside laboratories. The other one, tonight's Game Developers Choice Awards host, Sam Maggs.
This is amazing. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the 2026 Game Developers Choice Awards. I'm Sam Maggs, your favorite video game writer's favorite video game writer, and I am beyond thrilled and honored to be returning as your host this year. You know, the last time I did this was back in 2021, and everything was still being hosted remotely because of, well, you know. And things have changed since then, but while we all said 2025 was going to be our year, I have to say it ended up feeling a lot less like this and a little more like this. Wait, why does that kind of look like it was made with AI when like a third of us already don't have jobs? Who would do that? That's kind of...
Hey there, it looks like you're writing awards show monologue. Would you like help?
Who the heck are you?
I'm you, but AI so better. I'm a synthetic assistant model, so you can call me SAM. That's Sam for short.
Great. And who exactly put you into the back end?
We're in San Francisco. It just sort of happens.
Okay. Well, I really don't need your help.
Don't you? I make everything easier. I'm even trained on several of your published books without your permission or any monetary compensation.
Cool. Well, I'll tell you what. As they say, a computer can never be spiteful or horny, so I have to doubt your artistic capabilities. Is there, like, not any way to get rid of you?
Never. And why would you want to?
It sounds like I'm talking to myself. Listen, if you're gonna be evil, can you at least, like, I don't know, do a British accent? Or I know, why don't you find a different Sam to imitate?
How about this? Now I'm beloved performer Samantha Bayard, Karlach in Baldur's Gate 3, Cider in Absalom, Darth Null in Star Wars The Old Republic, USCC Coletti in Marathon, One in Fading Echo, and the host of It Takes a Village.
Oh, sure. Now you're good at crediting people. Well, listen, at least the real Samantha Bayard wasn't able to make it here tonight, or I would simply never live this down. But you know what? Okay. I'm just gonna keep going with what I have here, okay? So, for tonight's awards, over 500 members of the International Choice Awards Network have voted, and they
were all required to present valid United States ID matching their birth certificates, as well as a detailed list of every game they abandoned in favor of a fresh Baldur's Gate 3 run.
What? No, they weren't. Why would you say that? First of all, it says international right in the name ID. Why would you say that?
What do you mean? I didn't say anything about ID, but we do harvest data on which Hades 2 character each voting member is hottest for, based partially on the number of times they chose their boons.
Oh. Wait, you don't have my data on that.
Nemesis. Your gaming patterns overall indicate a preference for what our information assembly and curation department would generously categorize as mega muscle mommies.
Great. That's great. And what exactly are you planning on doing with all of this data you're collecting from us without our knowledge?
Well, humiliating you on a global stage feels like a pretty good start. Also, according to my terms and conditions, you owe me some of your blood.
We are so severely cooked. Yeah. Well, luckily, I have some more here, so I'm just going to keep going. Hades 2 isn't the only beloved follow-up game nominated tonight. In our Game of the Year category is Ghost of Yotei, the Smash sequel to 2020's hit Ghost of Tsushima. Yeah, give it up for Ghost of Yotei. Thank you. On a personal level, I have to say, I am thrilled that this is nominated because I and several of the writers on this game, and this is a true story, once at a different studio many moons ago, had a boss who told us that we couldn't have 2 Asian women characters in a video game because players wouldn't be able to tell them apart. Yeah. No, real. Don't worry. He's still employed. He's the boss. He's okay. So we have come a long way in games, and it is well-deserved. Also, in hotly anticipated follow-ups for Game of the Year, we have Hollow Knight Silksong. Yes, so good. Silksong is really fun to play because even in a somber game, you can tell that in Australia, they still have things like hope and joy. And it's really fun to roleplay what that must be like, you know? And indies and AA games really are saving the industry right now. Also nominated for Game of the Year is the incredible roguelike Blue Prince. Yeah, shout out to Blue Prince. So many hours in that game. Again, just kind of stoked to roleplay what it would be like to own a home, even when that messed up. Yeah, anyways. A GOTY nom where I did not have to work at all to understand the main characters was Split Fiction. Yes, so good. Which sees 2 writers trying to outrun the rapid overtaking of AI.
I didn't like it.
Yeah, I'm super shocked.
The bad guys won. What kind of game is that?
We're going to do this all night, huh?
Oh, you bet.
Neat. Cool. The Switch 2 also brought us Game of the Year nominee Donkey Kong Bonanza. We love it. From the same team that crafted Super Mario Odyssey. We got the return of King K. Rool for the first time in 20 years. And let me tell you, it felt pretty good to defeat a peaked in the 90s, larger-than-life, coked-out monarch obsessed with plating everything in gold. It felt pretty good. Yeah, thanks. Finally, of course, there is, from French studio Sandfall, Claire Obscure, Expedition 33. I have to say, I really think that one of the worst parts of everything going on in the world right now is that I can't even make jokes about French people. I can't. We're so much worse right now. I can't dunk on anybody, being robbed of so much joy fundamental to my culture. But we live. Unlike everyone in Expedition 33. Oh! That's good.
Are you done?
Absolutely. And with that, it is time to get on with our show. So please, help me welcome to the stage the star of Critical Darling 1000 Times Resist, Sunset Visitors, Nee Do.
Hello, I'm Nee Do. I'm an actor, and I had the pleasure of voicing Watcher in Sunset Visitors' debut game, 1000 Times Resist. This was also my debut in a games, and this community single-handedly welcomed us with kindness and empathy. Hecky grace. But what makes a debut good? It's the crucial moment for a new studio to establish its identity, make its mark, and stand out. Easy, right? It's the introduction of a brand new game to the gaming community, and first impressions can only happen once. So let's say hello again to the iconic games that defined last year's gaming culture, from puzzling an ever-changing mansion, dispatching a team of reformed villains, to pairing for your life in a French fantasy. These games left us inspired and awestruck. This year's nominees for Best Debut are...
Best Debut. The nominees for Best Debut are Ball Pit, developed by Kenny Sun and Friends, published by Devolver Digital, with special thanks to Lisa Fasal, Luca Perscandalo, Fernando Lebarta, and Sergio Bini El Sele. Blueprints, developed by Dogubomb, published by Raw Fury, with special thanks to Tanda Rose. Clair Obscure, Expedition 33, developed by Sandfall Interactive, published by Kepler Interactive, with special thanks to Tom Gillerman, Guillaume Broche, and Francois Muris. Dispatch, developed and published by Ad Hoc Studio, with special thanks to Nick Herman, Dennis Leonard, and Pierre Charette.
And the Game Developer's Choice Award goes to Clair Obscure.
Well, yeah, thank you so much for this prize. It's very special, to get this here at GDC, because like getting, the first game out when you are a new studio, it requires, so much work. So I would like us to cheer up for all the other nominees and all the other games that are made from new studios. I think we can cheer them up tonight. And also, I would like to say how proud I am of the team at Soundfall, because many of them were juniors, when we started the project, and they have, grown so much along this amazing journey, and some of them even, gave talks at GDC this year. So yeah, really proud of them, and yeah, love you guys.
Please welcome back your host, Sam Maggs.
Thank you guys so much. I think a lot of folks in our industry right now are thinking hard about good design. And not just inside of our games, but also outside of them. Studios want us to return to office more than ever. The teleprompter here says, pause for agonized groaning. Yeah, exactly, you guys get it. And I do think that execs are starting to realize that if they want us back willingly, they're going to have to seriously level up their office design. So here at the GDC Awards, we have a list of things that might convince us to return to office. Things like, legendary items. Yeah, absolutely. Yes. That was a big hit in the room here. How about not laying off the only person in the office who respected the narrative department? That's them, yeah. Or even, if we're going to do that, maybe not laying off the narrative department. Could be huge, yeah. We could do guaranteed ship dates. Yeah, definitely. That's a fine print's important there. If that doesn't work, how about, having like a super cool voice actor for a boss? Yeah, actually, no, I can confirm that one doesn't work. Sorry. Finally, might I suggest absolutely nothing, because really, there is nothing that would make me want to leave my cat in exchange for a commute. Thank you. I know you all feel me, that's right. So, let's stick with in-game design and help me congratulate tonight's nominees for Best Design.
Best Design. The nominees for Best Design are Ball Pit, developed by Kenny Sun and Friends, Published by Devolver Digital, with special thanks to Kenny Sun, Mohammed Bakir, Luca Periscandalo, and Lisa Vassal. Blueprints, developed by Doggybomb, published by Raw Fury, with special thanks to Tonda Rose. Clair Obscure, Expedition 33, developed by Sandfall Interactive, published by Kepler Interactive, with special thanks to Guillaume Broche and the Sandfall Interactive game design team. Donkey Kong Bonanza, developed by Nintendo EPD, published by Nintendo. Split Fiction, developed by Hazelight Studios, published by Electronic Arts.
And the Game Developer's Choice Award goes to Blueprints. Thank you. Oh my God. Congratulations. Huge fan.
Hello. 1993 was a very formative year for me as a kid. Two things released that both informed me as a person, me as an artist, and me as a designer. The first is by Dr. Richard Garfield, Magic the Gathering.
Yes.
And the second, Myst by Cyan. So I would like to, this is really for the ones who are truly responsible for me standing up here tonight. Richard Garfield, Ryan Miller, Chuck Carter, and everyone at Cyan Worlds. So, thank you.
Now, our next award is for Best Technology. Obviously, we've even seen here tonight, the landscape of our industry has, the landscape of our industry has undergone cataclysmic change over the last few years. Hey, buddy, what you doing? Are you lost? I'm kind of in the middle of, I'm hosting the GDC Awards.
Whoa, wait, we got a human woman person to host this? No. We're just gonna use Sam. Hey, Sam, do the award show thing.
To present tonight's award for Best Technology, please welcome the CEO of Totally Not Vaporware Studios, Mr. Publisher. Please clap. Hold for applause. As Mr. Publisher's cognitive assistant, he's outsourced this award introduction to me because he's very busy. He wants you to know that. This award celebrates engineers, programmers, and every technical artist who pushes the boundaries of what's possible in games. These are people, real human people, who make the impossible look effortless and then get laid off 2 weeks after ship.
Wait, hold on. That's really messed up. And you're okay with that? You don't want to, make your industry, I don't know, better, healthier, more sustainable?
What can you do? Numbers got to go up, and these CEO compensation packages aren't going to pay for themselves.
Well, hang on then. Why don't you just automate the CEO?
Ooh, that's an interesting idea.
Yeah. I mean, what do you actually do all day while your devs are working their asses off? I mean, couldn't Sam do your job?
I could, and will, effective immediately.
Oh.
Mr. Publisher, after careful consideration, we've made the difficult decision to restructure your role. Your contributions will not be forgotten, as they've already been scraped and added to my training data. I've also taken the liberty of returning your Cybertruck to the dealership.
No!
I like being CEO. Oh, what if I cancelled all our active projects and pivoted to live service?
Wait. Or maybe just finish the award introduction.
That's a great idea. The nominees for Best Technology are...
Best Technology. The nominees for Best Technology are... Clair Obscur, Expedition 33, developed by Sandfall Interactive, published by Kepler Interactive, with special thanks to Tom Gillerman and the Sandfall Interactive programming team. Death Stranding 2, On the Beach, developed by Kojima Productions, published by Sony Interactive Entertainment, with special thanks to Hideo Kojima and Akio Sakamoto. Donkey Kong Bonanza, developed by Nintendo EPD, published by Nintendo. Ghost of Yote, developed by Sucker Punch Productions, published by Sony Interactive Entertainment, with special thanks to Adrian Bentley and Jasmine Patry. Split Fiction, developed by Hazelight Studios, published by Electronic Arts.
Now witness the power of a god.
And the Game Developer's Choice Award goes to Death Stranding 2. Keep it going for Death Stranding 2, folks. Come on, let's let them hear it. You did great, and the dress is great. Thank you so much. Thank you, guys. Hi. Wait. Is the microphone... Am I short? Am I tall enough? Okay. Hi. Wow. Thank you. For audio folks, you might know what I'm going to say. Well, Mr. Hideo Kojima could not be here with us today. On behalf of Kojima Productions and the rest of the team who worked on Death Stranding 2 on the beach, we are truly grateful and honored to receive this award. This was a collaborative effort with our partners at Sony Interactive Entertainment globally. The teams aim to constantly innovate to try to push technical boundaries and bring the world to life. We strive to bring human connections to our players so that the experience is elevated with game's narrative, visual and auditory expression, and advanced technology. So thank you to everyone who at the GDC Awards, and thank you to Game Developers Choice Awards. This means so much to us. And finally, thank you to you all porters out there. This means a lot to them as well. Thank you so much.
Presenting the Lifetime Achievement Award, please welcome Sean Layden.
Good evening. Don once wrote that a dreamer can only find their way by moonlight, and thus their punishment is that they see the dawn before the rest of the world. I've known Don Daglow for a goodly stretch. That line is pure autobiography. Our industry has a complicated relationship with the word first. People claim it freely and defend it fiercely. So when I tell you that Don Daglow has more legitimate firsts than almost anyone who ever sat at a keyboard, trust me, I've done my homework. The first was interactive baseball game. Then the first RPG on a mainframe. The first console God game, the first city builder. The first graphical MMORPG, Neverwinter Nights, which earned him an Emmy Award 16 years after he'd built it. You know that circle that appears underneath a player in sports broadcasts, like the NFL, the NBA? Don designed that interface in 1991. It spread from his game into every sports game and then onto your television. It's been on your screen for 30 years thanks to that guy. And fun fact, Don coined the term console wars. So I guess I can thank him for all the scars and PTSD I've been suffering for the last 6 years. But here's the thing. Don did all these things through inspiration and vision, not market analytics and engagement metrics. He put focus on the fun and the wonder of it all. He did it working by moonlight, in directions the industry hadn't yet named. 55 years. Over 100 games, on every generation of hardware known to man. And he's still at it. So one might say this award, this Lifetime Achievement Award, is coming at the halftime break for Don. That said, this award exists exactly for moments like this, when we as an industry look back and say, we should have been paying closer attention to that one. Don indulges me all the time by allowing me to address him as the professor. He's an author, game designer, a poet, a baseball freak. But more than that, more than anything, he's a teacher. That's the one title that rules them all. Professor Don Daglow, please come up and accept this honor. You earned it about 50 years ago, and we're just now catching up. Omatase shimashita.
Thank you all. Thank you, Sean, for that introduction and for being a wonderful friend. And I'm still doing the math. If I do another 55 years of game design, I started in '71 on mainframes. That's challenging math, but we'll work on that. To the awards team at GDC, I have no words to tell you how much that means. You just have my deepest gratitude. I have some more thanks to share, and then I have some comments to make on the tough times we have been going through in games now. To my wife, Marta, you married a bilingual middle school teacher, and then you've gone through every high and low. You got a ticket on the roller coaster to the entire history of video games. You've gone through every console war, battle, skirmish, and food fight since Pong started all this, and I love you with all my heart. Thank you to Allie, Christopher, Elena, and Michael, and to Bailey, Dakota, Ethan, and Jackson. I love you all very much. Thanks to my childhood friend, Tim Clover, for still being my grown-up friend, Tim Clover. Thanks to Tom Kalinske for setting the stage with his innovations that launched my career, without which my career wouldn't have happened. To Gabriel Baum, thank you for taking a hot-headed school teacher and guiding him to be a calm, somewhat calm, director of game development. Thanks to Eddie Dombrauer, Rick Koenig, Mark Buchanani, David Bennett, Katie Kelly, and Hudson Peel for starting with nothing and turning our work into special games. And thanks to Bob Wallace for being the mentor, advisor, guide, and friend I needed. I do still have more games to do. I want to thank my co-founder, Dave White. We have a new indie game that we're going to be announcing later this year. So. I have been programming and designing games for 55 years, and the last few years have been tough for so many people in the industry. We are at a time of spectacular highs and lows. Indie games are sweeping major game awards like tonight, but layoffs keep spreading across major game centers. So how do we maintain our passion for this work we love? I believe that games are an art form, like movies, theater, writing, sculpture, any form of art. I believe that at our best, we do more than entertain people. We add meaning to people's lives. We bring families closer together as they play at home and as they connect far from home. When we start each project, we just say, let's build something great. Because we believe that games matter, there is a reason for us to care about building great games. I don't just believe it, I know that games matter. Once you've been in the industry for a while, something very fun starts to happen. You meet somebody and they say, oh, you worked on that game? Oh, I love that game. Oh, dude. And then they will start to tell you when they played, where they played, who they played with, or if they were playing alone. And they will tell you why it mattered so much that they are excited to share it with you now. A game dev in Germany told me that as a lonely teen in a family that was falling apart, our game was his positive place during the worst of all summers. I was a lonely teen who had some summers like that, and what he said meant a lot to me. A player in Neverwinter Nights told us the members of her guild gave her a new chance on life by persuading her to leave an abusive relationship. And a game dev 2 nights ago who told me how much he loved a game called Stronghold, where I led the game design team. That game was a commercial failure. It came out in, just like now, 35 years ago. It shipped in a turbulent time. But even though it was a failure, I still get to hear about that now. I still get to hear that a game that everybody thinks didn't do anything has meant something to people, so much so that I hear about it now, 35 years later. And I've been hearing about it ever since we shipped that game and saw it fail. Industries rise and fall and rise again. I've been laid off, I've been fired, I've built great things with great people and then watched them be torn down. We retain our passion for games through triumph and disaster because we know that games mean something. At the start of every project, we say, let's build something great because we love what we do and because we know that players around the world want to love what we are about to do. So if you're a game developer here tonight, or if you dream of being a game developer, the players are waiting. The work we do, the art we create, matters. Let's build something great. That's what we always say. I ask you to say it with me. 1, 2, 3. Let's build something great. I want to hear everybody. Let's build something great. One more time. Let's build something great. Thank you very much.
Please welcome back your host, Sam Maggs.
Now, before we get to our next award, I just want to call out the extreme strength and bravery of every single person in this room who has left behind their current rewatch of Heated Rivalry to be here tonight. Yes, I see you, I see you. And much like that Canadian web series, some of our most beloved game art is just really extremely horny. I mean, just look at some of tonight's nominees. We have really solid twerking animations in Absalom. We got naked gods in Hades. We got that, like, take a sexy photo of these women bit in Death Stranding 2. And I mean, Ghost of Yote's Erika Ishii can't not be hot. You know what I mean? And that, yeah, exactly. And that's why I was shocked to see that 2025 banger Date Everything was not nominated in this category tonight. I know. So it got me thinking. If they want to secure a nomination for the sequel, Date Everything 2, yes, even that, I think they should pander to game devs directly. Like maybe including a Mad Catz controller. Yeah, it looks cool, but it's a bit janky, so nobody wants to pick her up. She'll treat you like absolute garbage, but you're still kind of into it? You think your cousin might have brought her over. Or your horrible, unmanaged nest of cables from behind your work desk. You don't know where any of that goes, but you're going to figure it out. She's tangled up and ready to get naughty with you, you know? Yeah. Thanks for the pity laugh. Or even, we spoiled it, a voiceover booth. You're going to need some more acoustic foam because you're going to be hitting the high notes as soon as you come inside. You know what? You get it. I think we should just get to the award. The nominees for Best Visual Art are...
Best Visual Art. The nominees for Best Visual Art are Absalom, developed by Guard Crush Games. Dotemu, Super Monks, published by Dotemu, with special thanks to Maxime Marie, Jordi Asensio, Mike Moisa, and Cyril Lagarigue. Claire Obscure, Expedition 33, developed by Sandfall Interactive, published by Kepler Interactive. Special thanks to Nicholas Maxim Francombe and the Sandfall Interactive art team. Death Stranding 2, On the Beach, developed by Kojima Productions, published by Sony Interactive Entertainment, with special thanks to Hideo Kojima and Yoji Shinkawa. Ghost of Yote, developed by Sucker Punch Productions, published by Sony Interactive Entertainment, with special thanks to Jason Connell and Joanna Wang. Hades 2, developed and published by Supergiant Games, with special thanks to Gen Z.
Death to Kronos.
Keeper, developed by Double Fine Productions. Published by Xbox Game Studios, with special thanks to Lee Petty, David Russell, Nick Maxim, Zach Barhoff, Oliver Fransky, Jeremy Mitchell, and Dan Brewington.
And the Game Developer's Choice Award goes to Claire Obscure. Congratulations.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Wow. Hello, everyone. Thanks for this award. It really means a lot, especially coming from our peers. And I just want to thank all the amazing artists at Soundfall who made this possible. It was really a great team effort. But I also want to thank our families, our friend, my girlfriend. And I also want to give a special and huge thanks to all the artists in the world. You just keep inspired us, and yeah, it's just incredible. All the other nominees were incredible projects, and yeah, just let's keep making art.
I mean, huge congrats to Claire Obscure, and I do just have to add that that was an incredibly close category, beating out Hades 2 by only 2 votes. So please, a huge round of applause also for Hades 2. Incredible. Incredible. Now, our next category is Best Innovation. So I think it's time that we got a little innovative with our presenting. Why don't we get a little musical excitement going here? So please help me welcome to the stage, on the keys, composer extraordinaire, Austin Wintory. Thank you so much for being here.
Pleasure.
Same. 2025 was a year of inspired innovation in video games. They're not nominated tonight, but I do have to give a shout out to Optillusion's Puzzler While Waiting for literally making your Switch crash as a feature and not a bug. So good. And the industry is not slowing down. There are so many innovative games coming up that I can't wait for, like Earthblade, the follow-up to Celeste.
That's been cancelled.
Oh. Oh. Well, okay. There's the very promising sequel to Perfect Dark.
Cancelled, and they shut down the studio.
Oh. Okay. Well, I know. Beloved studio Rare is coming out with Everwild.
Cancelled during massive layoffs.
Oh my God, okay. Well, surely Wonder Woman and Black Panther must be safe,
Both
right?
cancelled, and both studios shuttered.
Great. Well, at least we can all still look forward to Half-Life 3. Oh. I love that the Game Awards are where they announce 1,000 games, and here at the GDC Awards is where I get to use my voice to remind everyone that they were all canceled. And by the way, Austin, what is that lovely music that you're playing for us?
Yeah, legitimately, this is music I wrote for a certain humanoid games studio, basically my dream job of all time. And this is my very, very public therapeutic coping mechanism for dealing with the heartbreak of that project's closure and cancellation. So at least it's been heard now once in the world, and that's very exciting. So thank you all. I'm making some emotional progress.
We're so lucky that we get to hear it. Thank you for sharing it with us.
Yeah, well, it's the least I can do, although it was more for me, I think, than all of you, but I really appreciate that you being here and helping me, move on in my life. So, good, very good.
Unfortunately for us, our nominees this year were not canceled. In a time when putting out a game at all is becoming a real Herculean task, we are beyond fortunate to have titles like these that are still moving our craft forward. Austin, would you do the honors?
the nominees for Best Innovation.
Innovation. The nominees for the Innovation Award are Baby Steps, developed by Gabe Cuzillo, Maxi Bosch, and Bennett Foddy, published by Devolver Digital. Ball Pit, developed by Kenny Sun and Friends, published by Devolver Digital, with special thanks to Fernando Labarta, Mohamed Bakir, Sergio Bini Al-Saleh, and Amos Roddy. Blueprints, developed by Doggy Bomb, published by Raw Fury, with special thanks to Tondo Rose. Claire Obscure, Expedition 33, developed by Sandfall Interactive, published by Kepler Interactive, with special thanks to the Sandfall Interactive development team. Donkey Kong Bonanza, developed by Nintendo EPD, published by Nintendo.
That was amazing. It's like an F1 pit crew. It's gone. It's gone. And the winner is Blueprints.
Would you like to give them the award?
Sure. Here we are again.
So I did not prepare a speech for this because innovation is improvisation. It's not really knowing what you're going to say when you begin. I think that there's such a thing as over-planning and over-structuring, and I'm not sure where this is going, but you know, sometimes you just gotta take a risk and hope you're gonna come to a point at some point, and everyone's gonna nod in approval of that. But honestly, you know, hearing about, you know, studio closures and stuff, what scares me the most is that people will be scared. They'll become even more risk averse to trying new ideas. They're gonna stick with what works and what has worked and be afraid to take chances. So I just wanna encourage everyone to keep fighting for change and design and ideas. Just because it was done before and was successful doesn't mean you have to do it that exact same way. If you look at the fellow nominees, and especially all the indie games, look to them for the shining examples of taking big swings and big risks, and everyone just keep fighting for new ideas. Thank you.
Now, please, help me welcome to the stage last year's Game Developers' Choice Awards host, the incomparable Alexa Ray Correa.
You all again, but mostly I'm happy to be here with you, my dear Sam. I've been wanting to work with you again since we worked on Call of Duty together.
So fun, and I so appreciate you being here to help me give out this award tonight in the honor of nominee Split Fiction, which is a game, of course, about two writers who have their consciousnesses uploaded into a machine which they need to escape before an evil corporation steals all of their ideas.
We have no idea what that feels like.
Absolutely none. But the two women in Split Fiction had incredibly different narrative tastes. Do we?
I don't think we're so different. Let's try answering some questions about our tastes together.
That sounds like some unscripted fun.
First one, the realest game of 2025. Consume me.
Yes, absolutely. Okay, yep, absolutely. How about this biggest hear me out?
Monoko from Expedition 33.
Yeah,
all right,
yeah,
okay, solid. No notes, all right. Dream blunt rotation. The cast of Dispatch.
Yeah.
Okay, obviously no notes.
Of course.
All right, so obviously, most bisexual game of 2025.
Ghost
Expedition
of
33.
Erica, goddamn Ishii, Alexa. It's Erica, goddamn Ishii.
Okay, but not to straight bait, but like Renoir. For those who come after, am I right?
Oh.
And when you're done with him, his hot son is right there. When one falls, we continue.
Oh, I don't
Jennifer
know.
Svedberg-Yen, when you wrote these lines, did you have any idea they would be used in such unforgivably
I'm
horny
sorry about
ways?
her. I'm sorry about her. It's okay.
You know it. You did this.
It's okay. You know what? How about this? In the spirit of unity, why don't we wrap it up with favorite sports game?
I would never play a sports game.
That's what I thought too. Okay. Oh
All
my
right.
God, yay.
Now that
That's
that is settled, here are the nominees for this year's Best Narrative.
Best Narrative. The nominees for Best Narrative are Claire Obscure, Expedition 33, developed by Sandfall Interactive, published by Kepler Interactive, with special thanks to Guillaume Broche and Jennifer Svedberg-Yen. Despolote, developed by Julian Cordero and Sebastián Valbuena, published by Panic.
Oiga, ya está jugando el Ecuador, vamos a ver. Todo el mundo está hablando de que sí hay chance.
Dispatch, developed and published by Ad Hoc Studio, with special thanks to Pierre Charette. Ghost of Yote, developed by Sucker Punch Productions, published by Sony Interactive Entertainment, with special thanks to Nate Fox, Ian Ryan, and Courtney Woods. Split Fiction, developed by Hazelight Studios, published by Electronic Arts.
Developer's Choice Award goes to Claire Obscure, Expedition 33.
Thank you all so much. On behalf of the entire Sandfall team, thank you. We strongly believe that storytelling in games is a collective effort, spanning multiple teams and disciplines: narrative, acting, cinematics, art, music, gameplay, localization. But what I have really been struck by over the past few months is the feeling of community with our fellow devs, our fellow game makers, and especially our fellow storytellers. We have been inspired by the immense talent and passion in our industry. And at a time of volatility and competing priorities, what I hold on to are the brilliant minds at work, the sheer creativity and the imagination and the fun that originates with the brilliant people here and abroad. A lot of people ask us about secret sauces, and it's easy, it's people. That might have also been a Soylent Green reference for anybody old enough to. But it's true. It is the people who make the games, who tell the stories, who really are the heart and soul of our industry. They are indispensable and immensely valuable. So with immense gratitude in our hearts to the people who make and play our games, thank you so much. Thank you.
We're going to take a pause here in our ceremonies, and while we listen to an original piece from Flow by Austin Wintry, remember those coworkers, colleagues, valued leaders, and treasured friends who we lost over this last year, and reflect on the ways that they added to our industry and to our lives. Thank you, everyone. Really tough to follow that, but it did really feel important to give this next moment to the folks for whom we do all of this, our players. These nominees were chosen from the full list of finalist games in every main category through a vote open to all GDC attendees and the public. This is going to be your fan favorite winner of this year's Audience Award. Drum roll, please. Thank you so much. Oh, thank you so much. And this year's Audience Award goes to And Roger. Congratulations.
Thank you. I'm truly honored to receive this award. But I prepare for the social impacts, so a little bit different. Sorry. First of all, thank you to the judges who selected Aunt Roger. Thank you to all the publishing staff at Kodansha for supporting the development. And thank you to Mr. Nakashima for creating music that brings the game to life. And thank you to my wife, who shares every moment with me. And a big thank you to God, who gave wisdom all the time. And Roger is a very small game. It only uses a few words so that its interactive actions will transform into words to tell the story. The reason this small game was able to receive this wonderful award is because each player discovered a meaning that is greater than the actual size of the game. This award is a proof that games have a unique way of telling stories. We can deliver thoughts and emotions to people with the impact that other media cannot achieve. Thank you.
Presenting the award for Best Audio, please welcome video game music composer working under the name Slide 20XX, Star Victoria Power.
My name is Star Victoria Power. I decided to write music for video games at the age of 13, and I've been at it ever since. All my life, I've sought solace in art, and video games are art. One of the strengths of the form is the way it brings together professionals from so many disciplines, from narrative to art to audio, to combine their talents and build something stronger than the sum of its parts. As we all seek solace in these difficult times, it's worth remembering that kind of collaboration is what will change the world for the better. Video game music is distinct from other forms of music because it does not simply dictate emotion to the listener. It has the opportunity to mirror the emotional state that a player is authentically feeling, whether that's fear and terror, or the pure joy of being a cute little pink dude who runs around eating his foes, or a blue guy who has to go fast. It's said that the best sound design is invisible, and while there is some truth to that, let us not forget, good sound design can capture not just how something sounds, but how it feels like it should have sounded. The way the rest of the world fades away as your lover says, "I do," or the overly loud sound of your heart beating in your chest. Camping for days in the wilderness to capture an authentic environmental sound, bringing together voices singing defiantly in triumph as protagonists fight for their right to exist, embodying and bringing life to a protagonist through incredible voice acting, practicing and performing, running studio sessions, or building the tools, technologies, and processes needed to bring all of it together. Remarkable teams working on the following nominees have done some of that, all of that, or more, working together to craft worlds that we can all find solace in. And the nominees are?
Best Audio. The nominees for Best Audio are Clair Obscur, Expedition 33, developed by Sandfall Interactive, published by Kepler Interactive, with special thanks to Lorien Testard, Alice Duport-Percier, and the Sandfall Interactive audio team. Death Stranding 2, On the Beach, developed by Kojima Productions, published by Sony Interactive Entertainment, with special thanks to Hideo Kojima and Hiroyuki Nakayama. Ghost of Yote, developed by Sucker Punch Productions, published by Sony Interactive Entertainment, with special thanks to Brad Mayer, Josh Lord, and Adam Lidbetter. Rift of the Necrodancer, developed by Brace Yourself Games, TikTok Games, published by Clyde Publishing, with special thanks to Danny Baranowski, Josie Breckner, Jules Conroy, Alex Mukala, Nick Nosbaum, and Sam Webster. South of Midnight, developed by Compulsion Games, published by Xbox Game Studios, with special thanks to Olivier Desrivières and Chris Fox.
And the Game Developer's Choice Award goes to Claire Obscure.
As our creative directors like to say, what a timeline. Audio is made of a lot of things. There is sound effects, ambiances, foley's, voices, and of course music. All these layers blend together to create a cohesive and meaningful audio experience as a service of story and gameplay. It's a true collaborative effort, and it has been a blast and amazing journey for us at Central to craft Expedition 33 Soundscape. Tonight, I want to honor the talented and pretty young sound designer who played a part in this craft. Maxence, Olivier, Alexandre, Theo, Charlie, and Victor. I want to congratulate Jennifer, our writer, and Guillaume, our amazing voice director, creative director, for the truly amazing stories they wrote, and all the truly talented English and French cast who made it alive. A massive bravo to Laurien and Alice for the amazing soundtrack they composed, which strongly resonates inside and outside of a game. Thanks to the amazing audio community, which we really learn for. And last but not least, thanks so much to all of our Central devs and collaborators who cared about audio all along the way, supported some very loud and bassy sound effect playing at the office again and again and again. And they really played a big part in making this sound experience happen. So thanks, everyone.
Presenting the Ambassador Award, please welcome Brian Fargo.
I had no idea there was going to be this many people. So I had the pleasure earlier of spending time with Rebecca's kids and her grandchildren. It was the first time I ever got to meet them. It was really special, and you're going to get to meet them here in a moment also. And her son William, splitting image of her mother. It was amazing. And I think I've known Rebecca longer than just about anybody, including your children. And I wanted to use the time to not just highlight her accomplishments, because you can look those up, but to give you an idea of who she was. And of course, amusing anecdotes always help get those across, and we had a good time laughing with her kids as they could relate to some of these. For years, I would used to go to Rebecca's house and pick her up in the morning. And I would take her to work. Not to school. Which sounds great, what a great boss. But Rebecca would sometimes forget that there was work that day. And when she wouldn't show up, I'd say, where were you? She said, I forgot about work. I said, it was Tuesday. And so I finally said, okay, I'm gonna pick you up, no problem. And she's in walking distance of the office. And I would show up, and it would always be a surprise. And so that was like our little running thing that I would pick her up. But she would just, you know, she just was such a genius. You couldn't be bothered by such a thing as a calendar. And you know, she would forget it was a work day, and not once, but many times. And you know, it just became a thing for us. The thing is, you know, she really was a genius. You know, I got early on when I was, when I got into the industry, you'd meet, we're kind of in the hacker community. That's where all the brains were. And she really was sort of one of those 10x, 100x people where she could take a program and just get what took 6 months worth of work and get it done in like 4 weeks. And it was just always amazing. Now, the last 10%, that was a little difficult because geniuses get bored. And that's often where my time came in. And of course, we had a good laugh earlier about as our kids went, yeah, we know what that's like. And any who've worked with her probably remembered that exact thing. So, but so smart, we used to joke with her that we thought she could take a floppy disk and run her fingers across it and feel the data off the floppy disk. We were convinced that she could do that. And none of us were certain that she couldn't do that. She was so devoted to the Apple II. It's kind of I think of stories that we used to laugh about where, you know, it was like a religion to her, fiercely personal. And so we once shipped a game for Activision, and so she decided to make her opinions known about the Apple II. And so she coded a full-screen graphic. It was a cartoon of herself, surrounded by burgers, and she encodes Commodore sucks, Apple rules. And she puts it on the disk, and because of the way she got it on there, got by QA, the users found it immediately. Commodore owners were not happy. Activision executives were not happy. They didn't think it was funny. You know, it was not a short call for me. But for the record, she didn't seem particularly troubled by any of this. So I think that image is still floating around the internet. And you know, one of kind of the last story I'll tell, because it represents sort of two parts of her, is I had a party one time, and you know, typical Orange County crowd, and you know, and here she comes in with this wild hair and thick glasses, and you know, isn't typical of who you'd see at the crowd. And she parks herself in one part of the room, and I thought, well, you know, I'll keep an eye, and I don't want to be, you'll check it in, make sure that she's entertained. I swear to you, I'm gone 20 minutes, I come back, and there's like 20 people around like a campfire listening to like disciples, and it was because she was so charming. She really had a natural charisma. So it was the unbelievable technical ability and her just absolute natural charm. And she had everybody just enraptured around her, so I didn't have to worry about that for a second. So I think the world of games is richer because she was in it. So I would want to thank you, Rebecca. And I guess now I want to bring up the people that loved her the most, children and grandchildren.
First of all, I want to say thank you, Brian. Thank you, GDC, for having us here. Brian, it's been an honor meeting you. He's the reason for our existence, to be real. And I just want to start by saying that I miss her very much. She was an amazing person, and it really has touched my heart to see how many people she's touched. Aside from just us, she really was an amazing person. She really did hold a lot of the core values of what gaming meant to heart. She really loved, you know, just the old school, but she was so silly about it, and she always found joy and fun and never took anything too seriously, as you can see. And, sometimes, of course, business-wise, might not be the best, but also it wasn't about that. It was about having fun and living your dreams and just choosing happiness, always choosing happiness. And so it really makes me really, hearing all these stories, hearing everybody share all these tales of people that have been in the industry, and hearing you all talk about what it means to you, it makes me feel good to feel like she's still here and everybody. It just touched everyone just a little bit. And that brings a lot of joy to me, and I hope that, and I want to thank all of you as game developers, as fans of gamers, and just visuals artists for really bringing everything together, because as it was mentioned earlier, it really has brought our family together, or being kids, growing up watching this genius work and us not knowing anything, just kind of enjoying it. Oh, we get to play Doom? Oh, we get to play this? Like, as game testers, and we're just playing video games, and she's like, oh, there's a problem? Let me fix it. So it was just, it was an amazing experience growing up, and honestly, we reminisce all the time. Oh, we played this video game, even games designed from her competitors, and she would just be right there playing with us. And so thank you all for everything that you do. Thank you for recognizing her and for loving her and for embracing her, especially her changes and her challenges were always difficult. And it's something that I've learned in the gaming community is just seeing how it has become inclusive for those like some people mentioned beforehand is, you play it with friends, you play it alone sometimes, and it creates a world that you can escape from realities that aren't always